Greetings Internet, welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. Ambush has returned. Okay, what do I want to do with Ambush? Well, it's the next mission, and it's the advance on Shalom. Let's make sure I get the actual saying correctly. Advance on CHASOUL. Okay, which in the book is mission 2, and I have done this mission before with my first squad, Ambrose's, but now we're doing it with Anderson's. It's the next one in chronological order, not in the book order. Through requests from yourselves, you'd like to see it. Now, I thought, okay, let's try something a little different. No, we're still going to play it, and not going to use it on screen, but there has been one or two of you say we'd like to see the board. So I thought, yeah, I would like to see the board too. It's a bit difficult though with the space I've got. So then I had an idea. Yes, I know, I do have them occasionally. Don't tell everyone, they'll know. But what I want to do is actually play the introduction to the first time I've done it. In there, I talk about the mission and all the information regarding the setup. I even mention a little thing about another game. So it's a general video, and I'm going to be sitting here at the sidelines critiquing myself, because that guy back then was a bit of a buffoon. Hopefully in another 2 years' time I'll do the similar thing and I'll be calling this guy a buffooning. Who knows? But let's go to the other screen and see what is going on. Okay, so this is the first time I've done this. I'm not sure exactly where to put my face and such forth, so excuse me. But that's me a couple of years ago. So let's see what he has to say, and I'll critique as we go along. Let's just give it a try. It's a bit of fun. Okay. Greetings Internet, and welcome to Aaron Plays. Always exciting, isn't he? And I hope you're doing fantastically well. This video hasn't changed. Is going to be an introduction to my second mission in Ambush. Well done. The solitaire World War II game from Victory Games from 82, 83. 83. I completed mission 1 back in January 2023. We're now in very late October 2023. Or July 25. I also promised at the end of that video that I would do a game of DVG's Warfighter. His editing is good, isn't it? I can't remember the name. And I did a comparison video before I even started the Ambush, because I had played Warfighter a few years ago. So I set up Warfighter to do a scenario, set up the camera, set up everything to do it, started playing. I was pretty bored, to be honest. Yep. Yeah, I understand that. That could be because it was solo, and I know Warfighter can take multiple players and such forth, but didn't enjoy it. So I shot an intro video, and I shot a partway through the first turn, I'll say turn, a couple of card plays, and I stopped. And yeah, and if I get bored with something, I'm not going to put it onto a channel. I haven't tried it since. So yeah, that was all scrapped. It's in a cupboard. Will I ever go back to Warfighter? I don't know. Nope, I haven't yet. I might play it again multiplayer, see how it goes. But too many other games to play. Comparing it to this Ambush, the amount of fun I had on that first mission, no, this was infinitely better. Agreed. So the next question you're probably asking is, well, if that was infinitely better and that was back in January, why all the way till October, late October 2023 to actually do mission 2? Good question. I did have a game in hiatus, and that was reflected in my videos. I stopped filming videos at the end of January and started filming again at the beginning of September. I think Warfighter might have had something to do with it, plus also work was piling up and it was definitely Warfighter. It just put me off completely. So I recently started well, beginning of September, playing some more games and getting back into the channel. I hadn't stopped playing games, I just had stopped recording the games and filming that. Now I'm back into that thing, and currently at the present moment I'm playing War and Peace. I've just finished Anzio.
Yep.
And I thought, and on the computer with opposed, I'm playing Fallen Eagles. I've done a little bit of the Death Valley, Great Battles of the American Civil War. So those are finished. Great Battles of the American Civil War and Anzio. War and Peace I've just started, so there'll be an upload of that coming.
I need to bring
shortly.
War and Peace back. I did enjoy that.
But I thought, what do I do next? What do I fancy doing? And I thought,
And it's small enough. I
fancy
could probably
playing
actually
a purely
pick it on the
solitaire game. And I did toy around with Tarawa, and I thought, oh, D-Day at Omaha.
Still haven't brought that to the channel. I want to do that.
War and Peace. Ambush. Mission
Told you
2.
he was a bit of a buffoon.
And that's why we're here. So let's go down to the map. Let's go through what needs to be done.
Amazing how many I still say the same sort of things, isn't it?
And probably in the next video I will start the mission. But let's have a look at what's going on the map board.
Well, there's my intro. The music's still the same. Yeah, and it's mission 2. So this is going to be my introduction to mission 2 this time round as well. Let's see what he's got to say.
There's the box in all its glory. Down there,
Agreed.
pretty cartoony, and the game reflects that. It is the cartoon Hollywood version of World War II, but its decision making and planning, I feel, is maybe not 100% accurate, because obviously I'm not sitting in the mud in Normandy, but as near as, damn it, as bits of cardboard and paper can do, in my mind.
It has been surpassed
So
a little
let's
bit on
set the
accuracy
scene.
by
This
Fields
is
of
mission
Fire.
2, advance on
Different levels, though.
CHASOUL. CHASOUL.
See, I had difficulty back then.
CHASOUL. Yeah, I can't speak French.
No,
Anyway,
still can't speak French.
situation. So it's August 1944. Your squad's parent division is racing across France towards the German frontier in the face of the crumbling German resistance. While your regiment awaits more fuel, your men are sent ahead to scout out the small town of CHASOUL. We'll stay with CHASOUL. With the Germans retreating faster than you can advance, no opposition is expected, and your men should be able to occupy the village until relieved. Yeah, that'd be a very short and non-interesting scenario if that was the case.
Very true.
So, I'm playing this as part of a campaign.
I was then as well.
So mission 1 was the first mission in the campaign, and I noticed as I've gone slightly ahead that the missions in the book, there are 8 missions in total, and they're not in sequential order, in the sense of chronological order is the word I'm looking at. They get more complex as you go through by the looks of it, but scenario 4, or mission 4, is D-Day night drop to Destiny. Well, D-Day is June 6th. This one is August. So they don't quite, well, they don't marry up at all. If I'm going to be playing the campaign, the squad's going to be improving and growing. But the rules for mission 4, D-Day night drop, is 2 separate pages of rules. So it's...
Let's just pause that video there for a moment. I have no idea if there's going to be copyright inflicted because it's my own video, but you never know. So the I told you, 2 years time, I'm going to be re-recording this and going, he's still a buffoon. Anywho, the D-Day scenario mission, which when I decided to do with a new squad, man, that is so hard, feels unbalanced, and I will never ever do it again. I did an attempt, I did a reattempt, and then I did a reattempt of the reattempt, and I still lost. And yeah, however, I still had fun in a painful kind of way. Also, just as a quick aside, Ambrose's squad, which this is all based on, were wiped out in mission 3, which
which is in the Ardennes Forest, Battle of the Bulge. So, which I obviously haven't got to with Anderson's squad, which is about 2 more missions ahead. So, anywho, let's carry on and see what he's still got to say.
And then mission 6 is 1945, but mission 8 is September 44. So I wish they'd put them in chronological order and just let us suffer through. I know I could call mission 4 actually mission 1 and go through them all again once I've learnt them all, but I'm learning this as we go. So yeah, we've just got to take the dates with a pinch of salt, I think. Anyway, so yeah, this is August 44. Now, interesting, as the campaign, I had to read, after playing mission 1, which had taken me 27 pages of the rules, which is quite a lot.
It's a lot.
True. I then had to read in a further 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more pages about campaigns, vehicles, and how to drive them, how to shoot at them. So I'm expecting a vehicle to show up at some point in this scenario, because it doesn't tell me what I can expect or not expect, which is good. So anyway, continuing with our little intro. So it gives me an option. It says you can use the pre-generated squad, so which is the squad I used in mission 1.
Which I did.
Your squad from mission 1. So they will fall with its experience that it's gathered. Or a new squad. Well, I'm going to carry on with using the squad that I used in mission 1, regardless of which you use.
So the way I'm going to view this is, in a way, this was me training up for Anderson, doing the campaign in sequential order. So we've already done, let me just get my notes. We've already done mission 4, which I'll never ever do again. Mission 1, I did that off screen. And then I did mission 5, and then mission 7. That's the first one. The next one was mission 2, which is this. Then we got mission 8. Then we got mission 3, which is the one that Ambrose's squad got wiped out. And then we finish on mission 6 to finish this actual box. So this is the 5th mission in the campaign, as it were. Now, the way I'm looking at this and using this introduction and so forth is, it's got the map on it, people can see the map and what it actually looks like rather than the Vassal screen. But also, I'm going to use it as visualizing Ambrose's squad as being in a training mission in, I don't know, Ireland or somewhere in the UK, doing a village scouting mission, and then the officers talking about it to Anderson to say, when you get this kind of situation, this is what you could encounter. That's the way I'm visualizing it anyway. So let me bring him back.
Buy new equipment from the equipment cost chart using your squad's equipment points. So I found that interesting. It's pointing me to get some different stuff. Anywho. Right, so it says use map B. Well, let's have a look. This is map B. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So map A was predominantly countryside with a couple of buildings. This is a village. It's even got a railway track going through it. And this is the map we will be using. Then it says the top of the map is the north edge. North edge.
Just in case you couldn't work out what the top of the map.
Any hexes on the west edge. Any hexes.
Just say buffoon.
That edge there. Okay. Oh, between A6 and A15. Well, let's mark those. Yes, if you've been watching my channel a bit, you know I'm going to be using some little cubes. I do like my little cubes. I cannot recommend enough buying some little cubes.
If you've been watching some of my stuff on Tabletop Simulator with Fields of Fire, I still use little cubes, even on a screen.
Well, as you can see, I use them for many things. I don't just use them in war games. So we're looking from A6 through to A15 inclusive. So there's A15 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could enter along the river. So it's mainly that central area there.
He's a clever guy.
No markers
in many ways
on the maps. There's nothing on the maps. There's no German. I can't see anything. There are no special rules in this mission.
I do like not having special rules.
And the water barrier on the map is considered a stream. So this is a stream rather than a river. Okay. And then it gives me lists of activation levels, which we'll go through in a minute. Okay. You need 25 victory points to win. You receive 1 victory point for each building hex that any of your soldiers enter. So these being building hexes. Okay. Now how many building hexes do we have? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So there's only 19 on the board, so I need to get other victory points from somewhere. Other ways of gaining victory points may be revealed during the mission. The mission ends in one of 2 ways. 1. All the building hexes have been entered by US soldiers, and all your active soldiers are in the railroad. Railroad? What's
railroad? What's the railroad?
Railroad station, which is 06, P5, and Q5. That's that there. That's right. So I've got to occupy all the buildings, have been entered by US soldiers, and all your active soldiers are in the railway, and then I've got to bring them back to the railway station. That's way version 1 of the mission ending. Version 2.
Just in case you can't understand English, I do help on that one as well.
The map from any valid entry hexes. So I can end the mission by bugging out, basically. I suppose if it gets a bit too tough, the tough get going. Victory points lost for any incapacitated soldiers can be avoided by moving him off the map from A6 through A15, or if all buildings have been entered, by moving it into the railroad station, so bringing him back to the railroad station. And that's it. That's what I've got to do. So the next question is, what have I got to do it with?
Here we go.
Let's move these cards out of the way. We don't need them just yet. Let me bring my boys.
So this is Ambrose's training squad, which will be different from Anderson's actual squad.
All right, so what I've done...
Mission. Let's see what he had to say about Ambrose.
So I've got my soldiers A through to H. We need to zoom in a little bit. I suppose we can. There we go.
That is one advantage of the camera, definitely.
So A through H, we've also got their initiative ratings, which will fit on this chart here, without the shadow. There we go. Oh, let's move the shadow out of the way for the moment. Which will fit on here. And these are the soldiers that were in my prior mission 1. The only new guy being this soldier here, soldier E, who I did temporarily call, because he was originally called Edwards. He died in mission 1, and I brought back another soldier, and I called him Edward 2. But I thought, nah, that's a bit cruel. Maybe the other guys in the squad will call him Edward 2, but his real name is Evans. So let me bring up my actual sheet.
Now we're going to go look at this sheet because it's based on the same thing, but my obviously squad I'm using now is different.
All right, so each soldier has a box. So the squad leader, Ambrose for A, that's his actual cost. He's also a commander.
Same as Anderson.
He's got an initiative of 4.
Same as Anderson.
And if we look at his, move that out of the way again, we've got Ambrose here. That's his 4 initiative counter. He's also he's got a PC, perception of 7, weapon skill +1, driving skill 6, and movement point allowance of 4. He's armed with a submachine gun, and he's got ammo, 4 lots of ammo for the submachine gun, 2 grenades.
Now Anderson has an of 4, perception of 9 now, because he's been promoting himself, weapon skill of +2, driving skill, he can't drive, he's only got 2, and he's still got a movement point allowance of 4. and he's armed with a Garand, the semi-automatic rifle, because the SMG is quite an expensive piece of kit.
And this little 4 here is the experience points he gained at the end of the last scenario. Can't remember if it's 4 or 6 or 8 experience points. You can actually then start improving some of these.
It's 6.
Here.
Just read the rules, boy.
Assistant squad leader, Bell. Soldier B.
Or in my case, Baker.
Sort of logical sequence here. Okay, he's also a commander, so he can lead troops. He's a cost of 8. He's got an initiative of 3, perception 6, 0 weapon skill. So that's a modifier on the previous one. So driving skill 4, and again movement out to 4. He's armed with a semi-automatic rifle. So the M1 Gerard.
I still couldn't do it then either.
Lots of ammo, 2 lots of grenades, and a satchel charge.
Right, let's go through that bit. Okay, so Baker has an in of 4, a perception of 7 now, and he has a +2 weapon skill. He's really improved over the course of the campaign. Driving skill of 6 and a movement out of 4. He's also armed with a Garand, and on that particular where Bell is, that satchel charge should actually be in the port. I made a mistake there. It's a port carrying weapon. You can't have it as an ammo. So this guy got it wrong.
We'll come through what all this means, and again he had 3 experience points. Continuing through the squad, Cornwall. Cost of 5, initiative 3, perception 5, no weapon skill, not a very good driver, and movement points of 4. Also SA rifle, semi-automatic.
Why say
4 lots of
Garand
ammo,
when you
2
can
grenades,
say
1 experience point. So this port is how much the stuff he's porting that, and how much ammo he can carry. The maximum is 6 different types of ammo. Different ammos use up different amount of slots, but everything I've used here is only using 1 slot. Dylan, the D counter. 3 cost, initiative 2, perception 3. He's got a +1 weapon skill, driving 4, movement 4, so quite fast. And I've decided to give him the automatic rifle, the BAR, mainly due to that +1 there.
So with my current squad, C is Clint, who's got initiative of 3, perception 6, weapon skill +1, drive skill 4, and movement points allowance of 4 as well. So as the campaign progresses, so this is only the 2nd mission that these guys were on. We were just about to start our 5th. The guys do increase in skill and so forth. So and where Dylan, I've now got a Denton. He has initiative of 4, perception of 6, weapon skill +1, drive skill 2, and I've also kept a movement allowance of 4, and I've given him also the BAR.
And notice that's taken up 2 slots. It's a heavy bit of kit.
It is a heavy bit of kit. I've actually personally
so I
held
could
one.
arm
Wow.
Ambrose if I wanted to with a semi-automatic rifle as well, but we'll come to that in a moment. He's got 5 lots of ammo and 1 grenade with 3 experience. Evans, the new chap, who everyone calls Edward, but his real name is Evans. Initiative 2, perception 4, 0 weapon skill, driving skill 6. So, you know, he's probably been driving a few early Fords in America.
Or a tractor.
4, again, SA rifle, 3 lots of ammo, 2 grenades.
So that's now Elliot, who's got initiative of 2, perception 3, weapon skill +1, and drive skill 4, and movement allowance of 4, still armed with an SA rifle. It's just easier to say.
Fitzpatrick, cost of 3, initiative 2, perception 3, weapon skill 0, drive 4, movement 4. Again, semi-automatic rifle, 4 blocks of ammo, 1 grenade
1 experience point. The last two.
Oh, I should say that, right. So that's now Faulkner, who's initiative 2. Perception is actually 7. When I rolled him up, I really rolled well for his perception, and he's boosted it up with experience. Weapon skills +1, drive skills 6, movement 4, and yes, the automatic rifle.
Gibson.
Semi-automatic rifle.
Initiative of only 1. Perception of 2. He has got a +1 weapon skill. Probably he's been, shooting out at home, hunting animals. Not a great soldier, but that +1 weapon skill could become important. Don't put him in a car though. Again, he's probably been a farmer and such forth, and hasn't seen a motorised vehicle in his life. Movement point allowance 3. SA rifle, 4 lots of ammo and a grenade. And then good old Hudson, last, and least. Initiative 1.
That was a bit cruel, wasn't it? Okay. So my G in Anderson squadron is Gibbs. Initiative 3, perception 4, weapon skill +1, drive skill 2, and movement point allowance of 4. So he has definitely improved along the way, especially on that movement point allowance and the inception, the IN initiative, and Hudson. Name the movie where he came from, but I've now got a Hanson. Oh well. Anyway, let's see what he has to say about Hudson.
Perception 1, weapon skill -1, drive skill 4, and movement allowance of 3. So these two at the end are that 1 movement point slower. Again, semi-automatic rifle, 3 rifles, a grenade, and 1 experience point from last time.
So Hanson has a initiative of 2, perception of 4, weapon skill 0, drive skill 2, and movement point allowance of 4 as well. So one of the things that they do mention in this game, this is meant to be a picked squad. Well, I mentioned this in Battle Hymn. I wouldn't be picking these guys if it's meant to be a picked elite squad, but that's where the thematic does go a little bit skew with. But okay, moving on.
So that's my squad. On this sheet, I will now move it. And the way I've represented it on here, so I've got their initiatives, counters ready. And anyone who hasn't got a semi-automatic rifle, I've put on the weapons they've actually got. So if we look here, we've given him his SMG because that's what's got the broken side on the other side. And the satchel charge and BAR, and then I've got 1 M1 counter at the end for if any other chap's weapon breaks on there. So that's now, if you remember in the scenario, it said I could choose my weapons for the squad. Well, I must choose my weapons for the squad.
So I'll be doing that as well for this one.
And I had 38 weapon points to spend. Now, referring to the
I've still got to roll that, work out how many points I'm going to have to spend.
Charts and tables sheet, you have a set of equipment costs here. So medium machine gun costs 13. Well, you notice I didn't have a medium machine gun because 13, I've only got 38 points. Automatic rifle, yes, that's cost 8. A bazooka is 8. Submachine gun 6.
I did say submachine is very costly.
Garand are 2 points each.
I said it right that time.
2 points, and satchel charges are 2. So from that, I then purchased. I know it's a rough working out sheet. 1 SMG. I kept Ambrose having his SMG. 1 BAR automatic rifle, costing me 8 points. I kept that with Dylan, and then the other 6 chaps have a semi-automatic rifle at 6. That's 12 points. All that is a total of 26. 1 satchel charge, 28, and then I bought ammo. So on here we've got ammo, 5 ammo clips, and it doesn't matter what type of ammo it is, costs 1 point. So, and it costs 1 per clip to carry it. So I bought 30 ammo clips.
Okay, so he forgot that you actually get a
Which
free
6 points,
clip with each weapon.
taking my total to 34. So that left me with 4 points, which is, well, I bought 4 lots of grenades, and grenades come in bunches of 3 grenades.
Like bananas.
Point. So I bought 12
When I
grenades.
buy bananas, anyway.
I really wanted a bazooka at 8 points though, and then the ammo for a bazooka is 1 bazooka charge, so it's 1 point per shot.
You also get 1 free of those as well.
It did interest me that the actual
Take into account.
rules included
I
vehicles.
will on this one.
So am I expecting
And I will be
a German
bringing a
vehicle of
bazooka.
some sort? Probably. But I couldn't afford it weapon-wise. I mean, I suppose I could have got rid of the automatic rifle, but that's not in the
Never
general
get
squad
rid of
makeup.
the
So
automatic
hopefully, when
That's a good bit of kit.
I took the satchel charge, I can chuck that at a tank if one appears, or a half track or whatever vehicles come in the game if one appears. As I say, I'm not sure if one will. We'll find out. That's the whole point of going through the missions, if one actually does. I then, as you can see, done little ticks on different weapons for different guys, and then worked out the ammo, giving it proportionally in the 12, and then divided that all up. So that was me sorting out the ammo and the weapon situation. So I really hope that lack of buying a bazooka doesn't come up and bite me right on the bum.
Okay.
Hence maybe that's why I've got the option to withdraw. You know, if a tiger appears, and remember, to the Americans, every tank was a tiger.
Okay. So I have some memories of this particular game. It was, 2 years ago. I didn't see a enemy tank. What I did see was an enemy Kubelwagen, but I didn't explore all the map, and also the way you move around the map causes different conditions to occur. So on the Battle Hymn scenario, I'm still on the verge of completing. I didn't bring a bazooka, and a Japanese tank appeared. So I keep saying so. Stop saying so. Therefore, that's better, isn't it? Therefore, I'm going to be bringing a bazooka on every mission, because you just don't know. If you haven't been on certain hexes, that could activate something that you weren't prepared for. The last thing I want to be is sitting there and a Panzer IV is coming, and I'm armed with basically my fists, a grenade, and a few ammo clips. No, thank you, friend.
Yeah, I'd be probably pulling off, because I can't see a grenade or satchel charges are going to do much against a tiger.
He's very clever.
That's why we play these missions.
But still a buffoon.
Probably if I play this mission again at some point in the future, I'll know there's no... Well, we'll not know, because it all, again, depends on how you approach the scenario. Each scenario can be played
I've just said
multiple times, though the basic story remains the same. Depending on how you approach it, different events will happen. So that's my guys. Let's have a look at the terrain in a little bit more detail. That's the map in all its glory. So the play area, the buildings, as we discussed, there are 19 buildings, only 25 victory points. Over here we have the action round track with my guys with their counters here. As Germans pop up and appear, they'll appear on here as well. Action number, as we determine what the Germans will actually do. And that's where we'll have a now quick look at these little cards. Let me just see if I can zoom in on one of them. Whoop, there we go. I'm not saying this guy will be in the game.
Yeah, camera is useful. This is what I can't do on Vassal.
These are built, all these cards, this big pile of cards here are different soldiers that will appear or might appear in different scenarios. So what's the information we have on this? Well, we have the number, so it'll tell me use German 1 or whichever. the actual counter I've got to use, what type of, you get soldiers, snipers, officers, vehicles. It tells me +1 victory points. That's the victory point I gain for this guy actually appearing on the map. Hence why, remember, there's 19 building points. I need 25 to win. So if this guy comes on and I occupy all the buildings, I've got 20 victory points.
See, he can count as well.
Germans will have different costs. His initiative, his perception, his weapon skill, not particularly good, -1, and his movement point allowance. What he's armed with, it's a machine pistol. And then all this information tells me which actual paragraph to look up if he actually does something. So I would roll a dice, depending on the condition level that the scenario is in, will then tell me what paragraph to refer to for his particular action when he activates. So condition 2, 3, 4, A, well, I can't remember what A is, I'll have to double check that. S is self-preservation.
When you see a letter there, an A, B, C, or whatever it is, will tell you in the paragraph what it actually means. That it's a special condition that's come in. I can't remember what A is in this mission itself, but it could be that if they see something like an American Jeep or something, that they throw grenades at it. He hasn't got grenades, but you know what I mean. It's a variable. There we go. That's a better way of describing it. A variable. And S, as he just said there, which I then rudely interrupted, is self-preservation. If they've got an American in their hex with them or adjacent, they go into self-preservation mode.
And A could be a specific type of action that could happen. I'll have to double check what the A means. And there are quite a lot of these cards. That's quite a basic one. If we now look at an officer.
Sifa.
Okay, again, German, the number, what counter to use. He's an officer. I get 1 victory point and +2 if I capture him. So that could be useful. Initiative 4, PC 6, weapon skill 1, MP 4. He's got a machine pistol and a normal pistol, Luger. And he's got a few more options. He's got condition 2 and 3, which are on the first soldier, were combined. He's got a difference up to, again, condition 4. And he's got a B rather than an A. And an S, which is, again, self-preservation. And if German 34 is killed, incapacitated or captured, put condition 4 into effect. So little special rules are on these cards as well. Again, I don't know if this guy's going to appear in the scenario. I just pulled him out at random to look at. So there's differences on the different cards. And as you can see, it's quite a substantial deck of cards. I remember mission 1, I think I had about 8 different ones of these cards come into play. So
that's about standard. I've seen about 8, maybe 10 different ones, and they are different. Sometimes I've seen 1 or 2 soldiers the same.
Each German come in. So now I need to talk about how I'm going to actually approach this scenario. Okay, so all my guys, I've got eight guys. I'm going to split them into 2 teams.
I still do
Fire
this.
team and a scouting team that I actually want to go investigate these buildings. So how am I going to split these guys up? Well, Ambrose being the squad leader, I'm going to have him lead the fire team. And in that fire team, I definitely want Dylan, who's armed with the Browning. So it's those 2 guys, definitely.
Denton.
And I think I'm going to give them the weaker 2 guys as well, because I would imagine these guys are going to move less than the scouting team.
So that's Gibbs.
So that'll be a 4-man team.
Hanson.
Squad leader, Dylan with a Browning, and these 2. Well, especially he's a definite numpty. G. Gibson, he's not bad with a weapon, but again, he's not going to be moving very fast. So that is going to be my fire team. That's the plan at the present moment. And then my scouting team, led by Bell, who has satchel charge.
I don't know if I'll have a satchel charge this time, but maybe. Depends how working out the mathematics of the bazooka.
And Fitzpatrick. So that's my 2 teams. How am I going to approach this? Well, there's quite a bit of cover here. Woods, brush. We've got to cross this stream, and I don't think I'm going to cross it via the railway bridge.
That looks like a bad move doing that.
Precarious.
I agree.
This is a railway embankment. It's on a higher level than this ground here. So that might provide me with some cover. It depends if there's any Germans located in here, because that's quite a lot of open ground. So looking at the planning, if we can get into this area, then we can obviously start working through the village. And I think that might be my first objective. Or should it?
There we go. See? Start doubting yourself.
The stream is going to slow us down. I'd like to cross the stream as early as possible, but is it worth actually coming this way round, avoiding a lot of the building, I say, avoiding that open ground? We've got to, if we remain on the hills here, there's open ground again, but hopefully, well, it depends. I mean, there could be a German soldier sitting here, as far as I know, or don't know. You know, a machine gun nest sitting here, fire and cover on here. All right, this building's down in the valley a little bit, but again, it could be a German sitting on here. That's one of the things I do like about this. There's nothing on the board. I've got to plan something. So that will be the initial plan then. I'm going to bring my fire team in here, and the fire team will come in this area, and the searching or scouting team I'm going to bring down to this side of the map board, push along here, then get into here if we can, and then advance the fire team on.
And that's what I did in that scenario. I remember doing that. That first 2 hexes he pointed out, there was no Germans in there, but there was no Germans in there on that condition, which was condition 1. Who knows what was there in condition 2, 3, 4, 5? I didn't go in that area during that time. So depending on the condition level, how far the story has gone on, could change where the Germans set up and such forth. This time, I'm going to go via the northern route. I'm going to try and cross the stream early, and then use the terrain at the top of the map there to come the other way, just to see if that will change the scenario and the mission and the way it works. That'll be the plan this time. Let him finish off.
Along the same path, get them to here. And then once we're on this hill, then start going through the village.
And I'm going to go the other way.
Is that a good plan?
Well, you won it last time, dude.
The other option's the northern path. Again, we've got some woods all the way along the north there.
It was close, though. It was close.
But I don't like the idea of crossing the stream too early, especially if there's Germans sitting around here. That could be disastrous.
Could be. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Maximum use of cover. So that's going to be my initial plan. Let's come back up and have a quick chat to end the video.
Let's see what he's got to say now. Hey, he's back.
I'm quite excited now. Now I've actually got the map out, got my guys all sorted out, got a plan. Really looking forward to playing this.
I'm
going to go out today. Can I cancel?
Real life.
Family. I want to play the game.
Yep, definitely want to play the game, but real life.
This evening or tomorrow evening. An actual fact, that might be the best. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Enjoy it. Savour it.
Yep, totally agree.
I think I might need a recap of the rules.
Probably.
I don't think I'll have to do a deep dive.
No.
But just another quick skim read, highlights, before I get cracking. Because I'm always going to make mistakes. All players make mistakes, especially when you're playing solo. You haven't got someone else going, wait, that's wrong. Don't do that. So I think a quick skim read of the rules, especially the enemy activations. I know we won't have any to start with, but no, as in mission 1, I advanced one guy 2 hexes, and it was the first guy that came on the map, got hit by a sniper straight away. And it was like, oh, that changed my perspective of the game completely. I'm now well aware that I could be sniped on the first few hexes, or I might not. I have no idea until it actually begins. So I think reading these again, I can't take it with me, can I? The family event, would that be a bit rude?
Yeah, it would be.
Sitting in the corner, yeah, hope everyone's fine. Don't mind me. Yeah, can't do that. So, and I've got to stop saying so.
I still do it.
Now then, that's where we're at. Getting ready for the mission. Going to reread the rules and either play it this evening or tomorrow evening. Yeah. Looking forward.
Tell I want to play it.
Actually quite excited.
That's me with my excited face.
If you could all do me a massive favour, hit the like, subscribe, and any comments will be much appreciated.
Still applies.
Notification bell for when I put up some more videos.
Still applies.
All massively helps the channel. The main thing I like though is the comments. I've noticed I have had an increase of comments from you guys watching. Love it. The interaction. So until next time, play games safely, enjoy them because that's what they're there for. As I'm really looking forward to this. And until next time, bye internet.
Okay.
So we're down to 25 pages of
I want
rules.
to go into the next video. Okay. So let me just pause
Greetings
this.
internet.
So there we go. That's me talking to me how to set up the game. So yeah, there will be a different bit of setup. The game I'll be presenting will be on a screen using CHASOUL, and I will be going that northern approach because I don't know. And as I say, if different conditions activate on different hexes, there could be different guys set up on there from the German point of view. So it'll be different. Now, I also, at the same time I did this, I also did a rules breakdown, another separate video. So if you want to go back into my ambush playlist and look at mission 2, I think it was episode 2.1 or something along that line, you'll see I've gone through a rules deep dive explaining the rules. So if you're new here, maybe use that. You might find it useful. So I don't know if that was cheating. It was fun. I tried to do it that way because that way I can look at other people's games and comments, and I'm just working things out because I've got this new bit of software and such forth that allows me to do that kind of thing when I'm doing my screen captures. So I hope it was helpful. I'm not going to go through all the other YouTube stuff that I normally do because he's already done it. So, and I'm still doing it. S-O, got to stop it. This is almost as bad as ums. And Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Remember, play games, have fun. Bye, internet. You've got that twice that time.